Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Today we'll be discussing Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 7, text 26. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu veda na kaschana. It's a very interesting verse where Krishna says, Aham Veda samatitani. Samatitani means that which has already happened, that is past. So I know past, Veda aham samatitani, vartamanani cha, what is happening in the present, that is vartamanani, and bhavishyani cha bhutani. I also know the future of the living entities. But he says, tu mam veda na mam veda kaschana. Hardly anybody knows me. No one knows me. So Prabhupada translates this as, O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me no one knows. So it's a very interesting thing. If Krishna knows everything about us, that means our future must be predetermined. You cannot change it, whatever you do. Then why we are working hard for doing things that we want or even engaging in bhakti? So that begs the question, is our future predetermined? We'll come to that. But before that, Prabhupada addresses some very important philosophical points that flows from the previous verses. Basically what it is by saying that Krishna knows past, present and future, Krishna is saying about the nature of his transcendental personality. Because no ordinary man can understand and know the past, present, and future. What to speak of anyone else's or of the whole cosmic manifestation. That means he is not an ordinary person of this material world. He is a transcendental personality. In many verses in this chapter, Krishna explained how he is transcendental. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. In the purport, Prabhupada clarifies how the Mayavadis, they say Krishna's form is Maya. Ultimately, absolute truth is impersonal and Krishna's form is Maya. But then the question is, if somebody's form is made of Maya, like all of our forms, that means we are subject to forgetfulness. If our forms are material, then the living entity changes his body and forget everything in the past life. Or even in this present life, we cannot even remember anything the previous day. What to speak of previous lives? Because we have this body which is changing, our memory is degenerating. Then, if Krishna also has a form of Maya, material nature, then how can he understand everything? Unless he is liberated from material contamination, he cannot understand everything. So this proves that Krishna's personal form is not Maya. And his personality is transcendental. So this is another refutation of those Mayavadis, impersonalists, who claim Krishna's form is made of Maya or material nature. He is transcendental. And then the other thing to understand from this verse is Here, another qualification to be God is mentioned. Like if somebody claims, I am an incarnation, I am God, then he should know all these three things: past, present, and future. In our college, we used to call somebody, somebody does some fantastic thing. Oh, he cracked the test. It was so difficult. God, God, he's God, like that. That's a slang that just to denote that only God can do this because everybody failed, only you cracked it. That means you are very special. So that means we all have an understanding that God is special. God can only do things that are only possible for him. Like Krishna learnt, Krishna and Balaram learnt 64 arts in 64 days when studying under Sandipani Muni. When Krishna was fighting, when Jarasandha was attacking, he had this huge Narayani Sena, and not one soldier died against Jarasandha. Krishna defeated every single soldier of Jarasandha, not just once or twice, 17 times Jarasandha attacked. But all 17 times Krishna killed his soldiers, Jarasandha's soldiers, and not one soldier of his got affected. So, like this, or lifting Govardhana hill on his pinky, or killing Putana when he was a child, innumerable ways. This is the activity of God. Only God can do things like this. This is the position of Krishna. So Prabhupada mentions in the purport, the less intelligent cannot realize him as the supreme person. The clouds may cover all these in the sky temporarily, but this covering is only apparent to our limited vision. The sun, moon, and stars are not actually covered. Similarly, Maya cannot cover the Supreme Lord. By his internal potency, he is not manifest to the less intelligent class of men. See? You see the clouds in the sky, and it covers the sun. It doesn't mean that the sun is covered, isn't it? Only our vision is covered. The cloud is not big enough to cover the sun. Only our vision is covered. So one cannot say, oh, there is no sun. Show me sun. Show me stars. Show me moon. You cannot see because you are limited. This is called Kupastha Manduka Nyaya, the logic of a frog in the well. The frog in the well will say, "Oh, I don't agree that there is a Pacific Ocean," because it cannot understand that there can be an ocean with an unlimited quantity of water for the frog. So, basic premise is that our senses are limited and imperfect. So, we can only see or understand in a limited way or often imperfect ways. Like one tailor, he is cutting cloth, and he is he joined his house newly, and he's talking about cutting the cloth and telling his assistant, hey, let's cut the neck first, let's cut the hands next, and let's cut the body next, like that. And the neighbors overhearing from across the wall, they're thinking, oh my God, what these people are doing. The reality is different. Or for that matter, you see the sun in the sky, the sun's corona, the core portion is several million degrees hotter than the surface of the sun. There is no scientific description or scientific analysis or understanding of how that can be possible. How that core is so hotter than the surface. Or there are many natural phenomena. Like there is this butterflies called monarch butterflies. Apparently, they undertake an annual migration cycle, many thousands of miles, just like birds, and they go to the other place. They migrate to withstand the weather and all that. But the most mystical thing, the miraculous thing, is that these monarch butterflies they live only for 6 months. That means the moment they go there, in a short while they die. They beget their children and they die. That means the return journey are made by the children of those butterflies. And the children never made the first trip. So, never having made the journey themselves, how did they know where to go while returning? Unless the super soul is there in the heart. So, there are things which to our present senses may be incomprehensible. It doesn't mean they do not exist or not possible. Like, for example, years back, decades ago, if someone were to tell you, oh, you can deposit checks in the bank without having to go to the bank. We do that during using mobile phones now. People would laugh at us, isn't it? What are you saying? How can the bank deposit the check without even looking at it, without taking it? It sounds completely illogical, irrational. But fast forward, it is possible. That means our senses are incapable of comprehending bigger reality, the future, transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord. That is why it is said it is not possible for ordinary people, even if one is perfected by realization of impersonal Brahman or localized Paramatma, he cannot possibly understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, without being in Krishna consciousness. See? So, in order to understand the transcendental nature of the Lord, how great He is, how transcendental He is, even if you become a gnani or a yogi, you realized your Brahman, still it is not possible. You cannot possibly understand without being in Krishna consciousness. So only by being a devotee in Krishna consciousness, things will become revealed, not by our efforts. Krishna will release that, will open that. Just like Arjuna could have said, Krishna, I don't understand. I don't believe that you are you are this universal form. Because you are standing before me, how can the whole universe be contained within you? Because he was incapable of understanding. But Krishna revealed that form. And he gave special eyes. Divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame rupamaishwaram. He gave divya chakshu to understand and comprehend Krishna's universal form. So this is called revelation. That is why the spiritual master reveals knowledge. Chakshur unmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave namaha. Right now we are in darkness of ignorance. Agnana timirandhasya. Agnana timira. That agnana is compared to darkness. And we are blind in the darkness. Andhasya. But the spiritual master opens our eyes with the torch of knowledge. Gnananjana shalakaya. Chakshur unmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave namaha. Or when we sing the Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada every day in our temples, we sing, everybody sings. Chakshudan dilo jai janme janme prabhu jai divya gyan hriday prakashito What does it mean? Chakshudan dilo. Yea, one who gives this dana of my Divya Chakshu, Janme Janme Prabhu say, he is my Lord birth after birth. The spiritual master is not just for this birth. He is going to deliver you if you are stuck in this world. Birth after birth, he takes charge of you. He's not an ordinary person. The relation is not mundane. Chakshudan Dilojay, Janme Janme Prabhu say, he's my Lord birth after birth. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. He gives that Divya Gnana, reveals that knowledge in the heart. So knowledge has to be revealed, and Krishna reveals, the spiritual master reveals, only when one becomes submissive and devotional, not puffed up. Oh, I can figure this out, I can figure that out, I am a gnani. That is why Krishna says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye. Many people are trying for perfection out of thousands of ordinary people who are just interested in sense gratification. People are trying to become gnani and philosophers and yogis, but hardly one becomes partially perfect in terms of understanding their spirit soul. Kaschit yatati siddhaye, and yatatam api siddhanam, even among those who are perfect, kaschit mam veti tatvataha, hardly one knows me in truth. Now, another, the one that I alluded to in the beginning. If Krishna says he knows past, present, and future, does this mean our future is predetermined? What is the point of trying to do anything constructive if our future is predetermined? See, what Krishna means is this. See, Krishna is present as super soul in everyone's heart. He knows our desires. So he has registered our desires, and he has registered our good actions and bad actions. And therefore, he knows what future resultant reaction is awaiting us. Just like a judge, he sees, okay, this man coming from this background led this kind of life, and he has committed this action. He knows by intentionally he did it, or by accident he did it. He can evaluate that, and therefore he can see the judgment unfolding in front of him. So in that sense, Krishna knows our future. But at the same time, if you see things holistically in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, if you do this, this will happen. If you do this something else will happen. Like Krishna even says, if you eat this kind of food in goodness, it will increase your longevity of life. See, if things were predetermined, how will that happen? Ayuhu sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhana rasya snigdha sthira hridya ahara satvika priya. So that means it's just like, for example, you buy a bulb, light bulb from a store, and if you carefully read, it will say how many hours of light it will give. That means if you continuously keep it on, the light will finish its existence within probably 1 year. But if you carefully use it, don't abuse it, use only when needed, it can last for maybe 20 years. So similarly, car, depending on how you use it can last for 2 decades, or it can go to shed in 5 years. So there is a lot of scope for our free will. That is why Krishna says, Yadhechasi tadha kuru. You have a free will. Otherwise, why would Krishna bring that concept of free will? If we don't have free will, to do our actions by which our destiny is made, why would Krishna say? In the third chapter, Krishna says, Eme matam idam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto anasuyanto mutyante tepi karmabihi. If you follow me, then you will become freed from all mutyante karmabihi. But if you don't follow me, you do whatever you want. Etvetadabhyasuyanto nanutishtanti me matam sarvagnana vimudhanstan vidhi nashtan na chetasah. You'll become lost if you don't follow me. Brahma Samhita also it's confirmed. Krishna can change our future. Karmani nirdahati. Nirdahati means he can burn our karma. For those who are bhakti bhajam. So Krishna can change our future. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, last instruction of his, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. If you surrender to me and act according to my direction, I will excuse you. I will pardon you. I'll take care of all your sinful reactions. Like every day we keep seeing the news. The president, I'm talking about the US, similar things might exist in other countries. The president has pardoned this XYZ people, those who are serving the jail time. Because the president has the capacity to pardon. They were supposed to suffer in the jail for next 10 years. The president pardoned. Out they go. So if it is possible for an ordinary man in this world, why can't Krishna, the Supreme Lord, do that? So there is free will. In that sense, we chalk our own future destiny. But then there is also destiny that we talk about. So how does this free will and destiny that exist together? By saying destiny, we are contradicting. If something is destined to happen, it should happen irrespective of our free will, isn't it? Then it is not destined to happen. Why are we saying, why do we say it's destiny? So, where does both this destiny, karma, and free will both come into picture? So, it's like this. See, destiny means, or karma means, it forces a circumstance or situation. Like, for example, you want to go to a mall and buy some things. And now the father, he gives you, let's say, $100. Okay, I'm giving you $100. You buy what you want. Now that $100 is your karma or destiny that you have accumulated by your good behavior in the past, good actions. You deserved it. The Father gave it. That is your destiny. That's the ceiling. You cannot go beyond it. Whatever you buy has to be within that. So the circumstance or situation is situated. The upper limit is situated, is given. But you still have free will to do what you want within that. You can choose to give a charity, $50 charity, or even $100 in charity. Or you can use it for illicit activity, buy drugs or drink, or break the regulative principles using that, or use it for sense gratificatory products. It is up to you. That is your free will. And based on that free will, your next set. So the father understands you have spoiled that. You have purchased some forbidden things. The next time, the father will not give that at all. He will probably give $5. That means by wrong free will, you have created a bad destiny in the future. So karma is determined by our appropriately or inappropriately using our free will. This is how we should understand. So that means all of us, we are in a situation, either in terms of our bodily ability or our material circumstances like money or relations or our job, whatever it is. It is all just like the father giving that $100. Krishna has, according to previous karma, given this. So one need not worry, oh, I'm not able to read Sanskrit or chant shlokas or sing, whatever it is, or understand business, do business. But what do you know? What you have been given? You have free will to do things, to serve Krishna. Serving Krishna is ahaituki apratihata. It cannot be limited by destiny. You can even think, serve Krishna mentally. It's beyond material limitations. Doing material things have material limitation, but spiritual things have no material limitation. So if you want to surrender to Krishna, it is still possible in whatever circumstance. And that changes your future destiny. So this is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Use your free will to serve Krishna, to surrender to Krishna and change your destiny. Then some others may ask the question, so in let's talk about the society. If Krishna knows, according to this verse, I know what is going to happen. If Krishna knows the future, why does he not warn that something bad is going to happen? Like we see every day, some attack has happened against this group or in the school, or a tsunami is going to come, earthquake is going to come, a war is going to come. Why doesn't Krishna warn? Why doesn't God warn? Let it happen. Why does he let it happen? Actually, Krishna warns. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gata. So Krishna repeatedly gives warnings that this whole place is a dangerous place. Every padam there is danger. Padam padam yad vipadam, the scriptures are warning. Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. So he's saying, this place, don't try to find solution to this place. You cannot. The things are going to happen. How many I can warn? I'm telling you, this place is a disaster. But come to me, take shelter of me. He's welcoming us with open arms. But we don't want to hear him and complain that we are not being warned. So when we start surrendering to him, then that's when Krishna protects us, takes charge of us. So intelligent person, he will surrender to Krishna. We'll stop here. Anyone has any questions or comments? Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.